17 Laws of Karma, written by Godson Great, published by Instant Book Read. Introduction. Karma is often misunderstood as a simple notion of punishment or reward. In reality, karma is much more profound. It is a universal law that governs the energy exchange in our lives. Every thought, word, and action generates energy, and this energy flows through the universe, ultimately returning to us in some form. This concept of karma is not just an abstract spiritual belief. It is a practical principle that can shape the way we live. The word karma originates from Sanskrit, meaning action or deed. In essence, it represents the principle of cause and effect. Every action, whether positive or negative, has a corresponding reaction. This is the great balancing force of the universe. Understanding and working with this law allows us to live in harmony with the natural flow of life, rather than against it. Throughout this book, we will explore the 17 laws of karma, each of which offers a unique lesson and insight into how the universe operates. These laws are not just philosophical ideas. They are practical guides for living a life of integrity, purpose, and spiritual fulfillment. By internalizing these laws and applying them in our daily lives, we can create a more balanced, peaceful, and rewarding existence. In the chapters that follow, you will learn how each law operates, how to apply it, and how to harness its power to transform your life. The goal of this book is not just to offer knowledge, but to inspire action. As you read, reflect on your own life, and consider how these laws can guide you toward your highest potential. Chapter 1. The Great Law, the Law of Cause and Effect. The Great Law, also known as the Law of Cause and Effect, is the cornerstone of karma. It teaches that everything we do, think, or say sends out energy into the universe that will eventually come back to us. Positive actions create positive outcomes, while negative actions return in kind. This law reflects the natural balance of life and reminds us that we are responsible for our own experiences. For instance, if you act with kindness and compassion, you will invite similar energy into your life. On the other hand, if you harbor negative emotions such as resentment or anger, that negativity will manifest in your circumstances. The Great Law is essentially a reminder of the universal balance, urging us to be mindful of what we put out into the world. The Great Law of Karma, often referred to as the Law of Cause and Effect, is the foundation upon which all other karmic laws are built. It operates on the principle that every action we take generates a corresponding reaction. This isn't limited to physical actions. Our thoughts, words, and intentions also have karmic consequences. The universe responds to the energy we put out, whether positive or negative. For example, if you consistently act with kindness and generosity, you will attract similar energy into your life in the form of love, support, and abundance. On the other hand, if you harbor resentment, anger, or malice, that negative energy will manifest in your experiences, often leading to conflict or hardship. This law teaches that we are the creators of our own reality. The Great Law encourages mindfulness in everything we do. It reminds us that every choice we make has a ripple effect, not just on our lives, but also on the lives of others. Whether we realize it or not, we are constantly shaping our future through our actions and intentions. Key insight. The Great Law empowers us by making us aware that we are never victims of circumstance, but active participants in the creation of our reality. It challenges us to take responsibility for our actions and to be conscious of the energy we send out into the world. Practical and actionable steps. 1. Practice daily mindfulness. Set aside 10 minutes each day to meditate or reflect on your thoughts, actions, and intentions. Ask yourself if you are aligning with the positive energy you wish to attract. 2. Set a kindness goal. Commit to performing one act of kindness every day, whether it's helping a stranger, offering a compliment, or simply listening to someone without judgment. These acts will set the tone for the positive energy you want to cultivate. 3. Use positive affirmations. Start your day with affirmations that reinforce the type of energy you want to project. For example, affirm, "I choose to act with kindness and patience," or "I am a source of positivity." 4. Monitor your thoughts. Whenever a negative thought arises, consciously shift it to a positive one. For example, replace "this is too hard" with "I am capable of overcoming challenges." 5. Be gracious in receiving. When positive things come your way, acknowledge them, and express gratitude. This reinforces the cycle of positive energy and encourages more of it to flow back to you. Chapter 2. The Law of Creation. The law of creation emphasizes that life does not just happen to us. We actively participate in creating our reality. This law teaches that our thoughts, intentions, and actions are the building blocks of our experiences. Whether consciously or unconsciously, we are always creating through our energy, and the universe responds to that energy. Creation is not limited to manifesting material desires. It also encompasses spiritual growth and emotional well-being. By consciously directing our thoughts and actions toward positive outcomes, we can co-create a life that reflects our true desires. This law is a call to take responsibility for the life we are creating and to actively shape it with intention. The law of creation reminds us that we are co-creators of our reality, working in tandem with the universe to shape our lives. Life is not something that happens to us passively. It is something we actively participate in through our thoughts, beliefs, and actions. This law is closely tied to the concept of manifestation, which teaches that what we focus on, we bring into existence. This doesn't mean that we can simply think positive thoughts and expect everything to fall into place. The law of creation requires us to combine intention with action. It's about setting clear goals and then taking deliberate steps to bring those goals to fruition. The universe responds to our efforts, but we must initiate the process. The law of creation also encourages us to cultivate a balance between material creation and spiritual development. It's not just about achieving external success, but also about creating a life that reflects inner peace, fulfillment, and alignment with our higher purpose. Key insight: the law of creation empowers us to take control of our lives by being intentional about what we want to create. It teaches us that we have the power to shape our destiny, but we must combine our intentions with action to manifest our desires. Practical and actionable steps. 1. Set clear intentions. At the beginning of each week, set intentions for what you want to create in your life, whether it's in your career, relationships, or personal growth. Write these intentions down and revisit them daily. 2. Create vision boards. Use visual tools to represent your goals and dreams. Place images, quotes, and affirmations that inspire you on a board and keep it where you can see it every day. This reinforces your focus on what you are creating. Start a creation journal. Keep a journal where you document your thoughts and ideas about what you want to manifest in your life. Regularly review your entries to ensure that your actions align with your intentions. 4. Take conscious action. Break down your goals into actionable steps and start executing them. Each day, take at least one small action toward your larger goals. This keeps the momentum of creation flowing. 5. Balance material and spiritual creation. While setting material goals, also prioritize creating a sense of inner peace, joy, and fulfillment. Engage in practices like meditation, gratitude exercises, or spending time in nature to foster your spiritual well-being. Chapter 3. The Law of Humility. The law of humility teaches that acceptance is the first step toward change. To transform any aspect of your life, you must first acknowledge it as it is. This law reminds us that pride and ego can block personal growth. By embracing humility and accepting that we don't know everything, we open ourselves to new possibilities and learning. Humility doesn't mean seeing yourself as less than others. Rather, it involves recognizing that everyone is equal in their journey, and that growth comes from being open to life's lessons. When we release the need to be right or to control everything, we allow space for transformation. The law of humility teaches us that acceptance is the first step toward transformation. To change any aspect of our lives, we must first accept it as it is. This requires humility, the ability to see ourselves and our circumstances clearly without the distortions of ego or pride. The ego often resists change by clinging to old patterns, but humility allows us to embrace the truth of our situation and take responsibility for it. Humility doesn't mean diminishing your self-worth or letting others walk over you. Instead, it involves acknowledging your strengths and weaknesses with honesty and grace. By accepting where we are, we open the door to growth. The law of humility challenges us to let go of the need to be right or to have all the answers. It reminds us that growth requires a willingness to learn and evolve, which can only happen when we approach life with an open heart and mind. Key insight: the law of humility teaches that transformation begins with acceptance. By letting go of ego and embracing humility, we can see our lives more clearly and create space for growth and positive change. Practical and actionable steps. 1. Practice radical acceptance. Identify an area of your life that frustrates you. Write down how it currently is without judgment. Acceptance doesn't mean you agree with it, but it's the first step to creating change. 2. Engage in active listening. In conversations, focus entirely on what the other person is saying without planning your response. This practice fosters humility by valuing others' perspectives and acknowledging that you can learn from them. 3. Challenge your ego. When you find yourself getting defensive, ask, what am I trying to protect? Recognizing when your ego is at play allows you to approach situations with more humility. 4. Volunteer or help others. Engage in activities that serve others without expecting anything in return. This practice helps shift your focus away from yourself and fosters a sense of connection and humility. 5. Embrace the beginner's mindset. Approach new experiences as if you are a complete beginner, even if you have some knowledge. This helps you stay open to learning and prevents arrogance from blocking your growth. Chapter 4. The Law of Growth. The law of growth states that real change happens within us. While we may try to change external circumstances, true transformation starts with personal development. This law reminds us that we cannot change the world around us until we change ourselves. When we focus on inner growth, we naturally influence the world in positive ways. Growth involves continuous learning, self-reflection, and improvement. It requires us to confront our weaknesses, embrace challenges, and commit to becoming better versions of ourselves. By focusing on internal development, we can create the external changes we desire. The law of growth emphasizes that true change comes from within. While we may be tempted to focus on changing external circumstances, such as our environment, relationships, or career, this law reminds us that real transformation begins with personal growth. We cannot control everything that happens around us, but we can control how we respond to it by working on ourselves. Inner growth involves developing qualities such as patience, resilience, and emotional intelligence. It requires self-awareness and a commitment to continuous improvement. The law of growth challenges us to look inward whenever we encounter obstacles or challenges, asking ourselves what lessons we need to learn in order to move forward. This law also teaches that growth is a lifelong process. There is no final destination. Instead, life presents us with a series of opportunities to evolve and refine ourselves. By focusing on personal development, we naturally create positive changes in our external reality. Key insight: the law of growth encourages us to focus on self-improvement rather than trying to change the world around us. When we grow internally, our external circumstances will naturally begin to shift in alignment with our inner development. Practical and actionable steps. 1. Set personal development goals. Identify areas of your life where you want to grow, such as emotional intelligence, patience, or resilience. Set specific, measurable goals and track your progress. 2. Commit to daily learning. Dedicate at least 15 minutes a day to learning something new, whether through reading, listening to podcasts, or taking an online course. Continuous learning fosters growth and keeps your mind sharp. 3. Engage in self-reflection. At the end of each day, reflect on your actions, emotions, and reactions. Ask yourself what you learned and how you can improve tomorrow. Journaling is a great way to document and track your growth. 4. Step outside your comfort zone. Growth often happens when we challenge ourselves. Regularly push yourself to try new things, even if they make you uncomfortable. Whether it's public speaking or learning a new skill, these challenges will help you grow. Number 5, cultivate a growth mindset. Shift your mindset from I can't to I can learn. Embrace failures as opportunities for growth and see challenges as stepping stones toward becoming your best self. Chapter 5, the law of responsibility. The law of responsibility teaches us that we are responsible for our lives. While external circumstances may influence us, we have the power to shape our reality through our actions and responses. This law encourages us to stop blaming others for our misfortunes and to take ownership of our experiences. Taking responsibility means acknowledging that our thoughts, actions, and decisions contribute to our current reality. By accepting this truth, we empower ourselves to create positive change. The law of responsibility is a call to move from victimhood to empowerment, recognizing that we have the ability to shape our destiny. The law of responsibility teaches that we are the architects of our lives. While we cannot always control external events, we are responsible for how we respond to them. This law emphasizes the importance of taking ownership of our actions, decisions, and experiences rather than blaming others or external circumstances for our problems. Taking responsibility means recognizing that we have the power to shape our reality through our choices. When we take ownership of our lives, we move from a victim mindset to an empowered one. This law encourages us to stop looking for scapegoats and to focus on what we can control, our own actions and attitudes. The law of responsibility also challenges us to be honest with ourselves. It requires us to confront uncomfortable truths about our behavior and to take accountability for the consequences of our actions. By accepting responsibility, we empower ourselves to create positive change in our lives. Key insight: the law of responsibility empowers us by reminding us that we are in control of our own lives. By taking ownership of our actions and decisions, we can move from a place of victimhood to a position of empowerment and positive change. Practical and actionable steps. 1. Practice self-accountability. Start by owning your decisions and actions. When something goes wrong, instead of blaming external factors, ask yourself, what role did I play in this situation and how can I change it? 2. Use I statements. When discussing challenges or conflicts, use I statements instead of you statements. For example, say, I feel upset when this happens, instead of you make me upset. This promotes personal responsibility in communication. 3. Create a responsibility log. Track your responsibilities in a journal. Write down situations where you successfully took responsibility and where you might have avoided it. Reflect on how taking responsibility can lead to better outcomes. 4. Adopt an empowering perspective. Whenever you face a difficult situation, reframe it by asking, what can I learn from this and how can I grow? This mindset shift helps you take responsibility for your growth and well-being. 5. Hold yourself to high standards. Set personal standards for how you want to live and stick to them. Whether it's in your work ethic, relationships, or personal integrity, taking responsibility for upholding these standards is key to living a purposeful life. Chapter 6. The Law of Connection. The Law of Connection teaches that everything in the universe is interconnected. Our past, present, and future are not isolated from each other. They are linked through our actions and decisions. This law emphasizes that no act or thought is insignificant, as everything we do impacts the larger web of life. Understanding this law helps us see the importance of every choice we make. Even the smallest actions can create ripples that affect the course of our lives and the lives of others. This interconnectedness also means that we are never truly alone. Our actions are part of a larger, universal pattern. The law of connection teaches that everything in the universe is interconnected. Our thoughts, actions, and experiences are all part of a larger web of life, and nothing exists in isolation. This law emphasizes that even the smallest actions can have far-reaching effects, creating ripples that impact the world in ways we may not immediately see. This interconnectedness also means that we are all part of a larger whole. The law of connection reminds us that our actions not only affect our own lives, but also influence the lives of others and the collective consciousness. Understanding this law encourages us to act with greater awareness and responsibility, knowing that our choices have a broader impact. Additionally, the law of connection teaches that our past, present, and future are linked. The experiences we have today are shaped by our past actions, and our future is created by the choices we make in the present. By understanding these connections, we can break free from negative patterns and create a more positive future. Key insight: the law of connection highlights the interconnectedness of all things. By understanding that our actions have far-reaching effects, we can act with greater awareness and responsibility, knowing that we are all part of a larger whole. Practical and actionable steps. 1. Recognize patterns. O. Reflect on recurring themes or patterns in your life. Are there lessons from the past that are resurfacing? Understanding these connections can help you address unresolved issues. 2. Be mindful of your impact. O. Consider how your actions and words affect others. Before making decisions, think about the potential ripple effects on the people around you and the broader community. 3. Strengthen relationships. O. Actively work on building and nurturing connections with others. Reach out to friends or family members you haven't spoken to in a while, and be open to creating new connections. 4. Practice compassion. O. Cultivate compassion by understanding that everyone is connected. Practice empathy in your interactions, recognizing that others' experiences are linked to your own. 5. Engage in community activities. O. Get involved in community or group activities that align with your values. This fosters a sense of connection and reminds you that you are part of a larger whole. Chapter 7. The Law of Focus. The law of focus teaches that we can only focus on one thing at a time. When we spread our energy across multiple areas, we dilute our effectiveness. This law emphasizes the importance of concentrating our thoughts and actions on what truly matters to us. By focusing our energy, we can achieve our goals more efficiently and with greater clarity. This law also warns against getting distracted by negative thoughts or insignificant matters. By keeping our focus on positive and meaningful pursuits, we align ourselves with the energy we wish to attract and manifest in our lives. The law of focus teaches that we can only focus on one thing at a time, and that what we focus on expands. When we spread our attention too thin across multiple tasks or concerns, we dilute our energy and reduce our effectiveness. This law encourages us to concentrate our thoughts and efforts on what truly matters, allowing us to achieve our goals more efficiently. This law also reminds us that our thoughts have power. If we focus on positive outcomes, we are more likely to attract those outcomes into our lives. Conversely, if we dwell on negativity or worry, we invite more of that energy into our experience. The law of focus challenges us to be mindful of where we direct our attention, ensuring that we are aligning our thoughts with our true desires. Key insight: the law of focus teaches that where we direct our attention is where our energy flows. By concentrating on what truly matters and aligning our thoughts with positive outcomes, we can create a reality that reflects our highest intentions. Practical and actionable steps. 1. Prioritize your goals. O. Make a list of your top priorities. Focus on one major goal at a time and break it down into manageable steps. This helps channel your energy effectively. 2. Set daily intentions. O. Each morning, set a specific intention for the day that aligns with your goals. For example, today I will focus on completing my project without distractions. This keeps your mind centered on what's important. 3. Limit distractions. O. Identify common distractions in your environment, e.g. social media, unnecessary tasks, and create strategies to minimize them. For example, set specific times to check your phone or emails. 4. Practice mindfulness. O. Engage in mindfulness practices like meditation to train your mind to focus on the present moment. This can improve your concentration and reduce mental clutter. 5. Use a focus journal. O. Keep a journal where you track your progress on staying focused. Note what worked well and what didn't, and adjust your strategies accordingly to improve your focus over time. Chapter 8. The Law of Giving and Hospitality. The law of giving and hospitality states that what we give to others will return to us. This law is about generosity and selflessness, emphasizing the importance of giving without expecting anything in return. It reminds us that when we open our hearts and give freely, we contribute to a cycle of abundance. Hospitality is a key aspect of this law. It's about welcoming others with open arms and creating a space where people feel valued and cared for. This doesn't necessarily mean material giving. It can also involve giving time, attention, love, or support. The law of giving and hospitality teaches that what we give to others will come back to us. This law is based on the principle of generosity, emphasizing that when we give freely, whether it's our time, energy, love, or resources, we contribute to a cycle of abundance. The more we give, the more we receive, often in ways we don't anticipate. Hospitality is an important aspect of this law. It's about creating space for others in our lives, welcoming them with open hearts, and offering support without expecting anything in return. This law encourages us to practice kindness and compassion, knowing that these acts contribute to a positive karmic cycle. The law of giving and hospitality also teaches us that generosity is not just about material wealth. We can give in many ways, including offering a listening ear, sharing our knowledge, or simply being present for someone in need. By giving freely, we align ourselves with the flow of abundance and invite more positivity into our lives. Key insight: the law of giving and hospitality teaches that generosity creates a cycle of abundance. By giving freely and welcoming others with kindness, we contribute to a positive karmic cycle that brings more goodness into our lives. Practical and actionable steps. 1. Give without expectation. Find opportunities to give, whether it's through volunteering, donating, or helping someone in need. Focus on the act of giving itself rather than what you might receive in return. 2. Practice gratitude. Express gratitude for the ability to give. Acknowledge the abundance in your life that allows you to help others, whether it's your time, resources, or energy. 3. Be a hospitable host. Whenever you have guests, make them feel welcome and valued. Small gestures like offering refreshments or a listening ear can make a big difference. 4. Engage in random acts of kindness. Perform spontaneous acts of kindness, such as paying for someone's coffee, complimenting a stranger, or leaving a positive note for a coworker. These small acts can have a significant impact. 5. Support others' success. Encourage and support the achievements and happiness of others without envy or competition. Celebrate their successes as if they were your own, fostering a spirit of abundance. Chapter 9. The Law of Here and Now. The Law of Here and Now emphasizes the importance of living in the present moment. It teaches that dwelling on the past or worrying about the future distracts us from the opportunities and experiences available to us now. This law encourages mindfulness and presence, reminding us that the only moment we truly have is the present. Living in the here and now allows us to fully experience life, make better decisions, and appreciate the beauty around us. By focusing on the present, we reduce stress and anxiety, and we become more attuned to our surroundings and inner selves. The law of here and now emphasizes the importance of living in the present moment. It teaches that dwelling on the past or worrying about the future distracts us from the opportunities and experiences available to us right now. This law encourages mindfulness and presence, reminding us that the only moment we truly have is the present. Living in the here and now allows us to fully experience life, make better decisions, and appreciate the beauty around us. By focusing on the present, we reduce stress and anxiety, and we become more attuned to our surroundings and inner selves. Key insight: the law of here and now encourages mindfulness and presence, teaching us to focus on the present moment rather than being distracted by the past or future. By living in the present, we can fully experience life and make more conscious decisions. Practical and actionable steps. 1. Practice mindful breathing. Start your day with 5 to 10 minutes of mindful breathing. Focus on each inhale and exhale, allowing yourself to become fully present in the moment. 2. Limit multitasking. Commit to doing one task at a time. Whether you're eating, working, or spending time with loved ones, focus entirely on that activity without letting your mind wander to other concerns. 3. Create a daily mindfulness ritual. Incorporate a daily ritual that brings you into the present moment, such as drinking a cup of tea without distractions, taking a walk in nature, or meditating. 4. Release the past. If you find yourself stuck in thoughts about the past, consciously bring your attention back to the present. Use affirmations like, "I release the past and embrace the present," to reinforce this mindset. 5. Embrace impermanence. Remind yourself that everything in life is temporary. Appreciate each moment for what it is, knowing that it won't last forever. This perspective helps you stay grounded in the present. Chapter 10. The Law of Change. The law of change states that history will continue to repeat itself until we learn the lessons we need to change our path. This law highlights that change is a constant and necessary part of life, and that resisting it only prolongs our challenges. Embracing change allows us to grow and evolve. When we recognize patterns in our lives and understand the lessons they offer, We can break free from repeating cycles and move toward a better future. This law encourages us to welcome change as an opportunity for transformation rather than as a threat. The law of change teaches that life is in a constant state of flux, and that resisting this natural flow only leads to suffering. The universe is dynamic, and every experience offers an opportunity for growth and transformation. This law emphasizes that change is inevitable, and if we do not learn the lessons life presents to us, we will continue to encounter the same situations until we evolve. This law challenges us to embrace change as a necessary and positive force. Instead of fearing the unknown, the law of change encourages us to see change as a teacher that brings new perspectives and opportunities. It reminds us that nothing is permanent and that flexibility and adaptability are essential for personal growth. Whether it's a major life transition like a career change, a shift in relationships, or even subtle internal shifts in beliefs and attitudes, embracing change allows us to grow and become more resilient. By understanding that change is a natural part of life, we can approach it with curiosity and openness rather than resistance. Practical and actionable steps. 1. Identify repeating patterns. Take note of situations or challenges that keep recurring in your life. Reflect on what lessons they might be offering and how you can approach them differently. 2. Embrace flexibility. Cultivate a flexible mindset by being open to new ideas, perspectives, and ways of doing things. Practice adapting to changes, big or small, with a positive attitude. 3. Set growth-oriented goals. Set personal or professional goals that push you out of your comfort zone and require you to embrace change. Track your progress and celebrate your adaptability. 4. Practice letting go. Release attachment to how things should be. Instead, accept and embrace how they are. Letting go of rigid expectations allows you to flow with life's changes more gracefully. 5. Reframe challenges as opportunities. Whenever faced with a challenging situation, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this change benefit me in the long run? This shift in perspective helps you view change as a positive force. Chapter 11. The Law of Patience and Reward. The law of patience and reward teaches that meaningful achievements require time and perseverance. Often we expect immediate results for our efforts, but this law reminds us that the most valuable rewards come from sustained effort and patience. Whether we are pursuing personal goals, spiritual growth, or even relationships, success is often a product of consistent and patient work. This law encourages us to stay committed to our path even when progress seems slow. It also emphasizes the importance of enjoying the journey rather than being solely focused on the destination. True fulfillment comes from knowing that you have put in the effort and trusted the process. The law of patience and reward emphasizes that meaningful achievements require consistent effort and perseverance over time. In a world where instant gratification is often expected, this law teaches us that true success and fulfillment come from patiently working toward our goals and trusting the process. This law encourages us to cultivate patience, reminding us that everything worthwhile takes time to develop. Just as seeds need time to grow into strong trees, our efforts require time and persistence to bear fruit. The law of patience and reward challenges us to focus on the journey rather than being fixated solely on the outcome. Furthermore, this law is a reminder that every step we take, no matter how small, contributes to our eventual success. Even when progress seems slow or invisible, we are always moving forward as long as we stay committed to our goals. The key is to maintain faith in the process and to trust that our efforts will eventually be rewarded. Key insight: the law of patience and reward teaches us to value the process of growth and to trust that consistent effort will lead to meaningful rewards. By cultivating patience and perseverance, we set ourselves up for long-term success and fulfillment. Practical and actionable steps. 1. Set long-term goals. Identify goals that require time and consistent effort, such as learning a new skill, improving health, or advancing in your career. Break them down into smaller, manageable steps and focus on progress rather than perfection. 2. Practice gratitude for the journey. Keep a gratitude journal where you note the small wins and progress you make along the way. Celebrate these milestones, no matter how minor they may seem, as they are part of the journey toward your larger reward. 3. Cultivate patience. Practice patience by engaging in activities that require you to slow down, such as gardening, meditation, or long walks. These activities can help you build the patience needed for bigger life goals. 4. Avoid instant gratification. But whenever you feel the urge for quick results, remind yourself of the long-term benefits of patience. Practice delaying gratification by choosing activities that align with your long-term goals rather than opting for short-term pleasures. 5. Trust the process. Write down your goals and the steps you need to take to achieve them. When you feel impatient, review your plan and remind yourself that success is a result of cumulative effort, not just a single action. Chapter 12. The Law of Significance and Inspiration. The Law of Significance and Inspiration teaches that every action, no matter how small, has an impact on the world. It reminds us that we are all interconnected and that even our smallest contributions can inspire others and create ripples of positive change. This law also highlights that the value of what we do is not measured by recognition or external rewards, but by the inspiration and positive energy we bring into the world. Understanding this law encourages us to act with purpose and integrity, knowing that our efforts matter. It's about finding meaning in our daily actions and realizing that we have the power to uplift and inspire others through even the simplest gestures. The Law of Significance and Inspiration teaches that every action, no matter how small, has meaning and impact. This law encourages us to recognize the significance of our contributions to the world, even when they seem minor. Whether it's a kind word, a small gesture, or a moment of support, our actions can inspire others and create a ripple effect of positivity. This law also reminds us that we are all interconnected and that our actions have the power to uplift and inspire others. By living with purpose and integrity, we contribute to the greater good and create a legacy of positive energy that extends beyond our individual lives. The Law of Significance and Inspiration challenges us to approach each day with intention, recognizing that even the smallest acts can have profound effects. It encourages us to find meaning in our daily actions and to live in a way that aligns with our values and higher purpose. Key insight. The Law of Significance and Inspiration teaches that every action, no matter how small, has the potential to create positive change and inspire others. By living with purpose and integrity, we contribute to the greater good and leave a lasting impact on the world. Practical and actionable steps. 1. Find meaning in small actions. Reflect on how even your smallest actions contribute to the greater good. Whether it's offering a kind word, helping a neighbor, or simply smiling at a stranger, acknowledge the significance of these moments. 2. Live with intention. Set daily intentions to inspire and uplift others. This could be through acts of service, offering encouragement, or being a positive presence in someone's life. 3. Mentor or support others. Share your knowledge, skills, or experience with someone who could benefit from it. Mentorship, even in informal settings, can have a significant impact on others' lives. 4. Create ripple effects. Identify areas in your life where you can create positive ripple effects. For example, volunteer in your community, start a small project to help others, or simply lead by example with kindness and integrity. 5. Embrace the power of small gestures. Recognize that even the smallest act of kindness or support can have a profound impact on someone's life. Engage in these small gestures regularly, knowing that they contribute to a larger web of positive energy. Chapter 13. The Law of Compensation. The law of compensation is often seen as a form of karmic balance. It teaches that the universe will compensate you for your efforts, whether positive or negative. This law emphasizes that everything you do will eventually come back to you, often in ways you might not expect. If you give love, support, and positive energy, you will receive compensation in return, whether in material or spiritual forms. This law encourages us to focus on giving our best in all situations, knowing that the universe will respond accordingly. It also reminds us that rewards are not always immediate, but will come in due time, often in forms that align with what we truly need. The law of compensation is closely related to the idea of karmic balance. It teaches that the universe will compensate us for our efforts, whether they are positive or negative. This law emphasizes that everything we do will eventually come back to us in some form, often in ways we may not immediately recognize. This compensation doesn't always manifest in material terms. Sometimes it comes in the form of emotional or spiritual rewards, such as inner peace, personal growth, or stronger relationships. The law of compensation reminds us that the energy we put out into the world will return to us, so it's important to act with integrity and positive intent. This law also encourages us to trust in the timing of the universe. We may not see immediate results from our efforts, but that doesn't mean they aren't making a difference. The universe has its own timeline, and we must have faith that the rewards will come when the time is right. Key insight: the law of compensation teaches that the universe will reward us for our efforts, though the rewards may not always be immediate or material. By acting with integrity and trusting the process, we invite positive compensation into our lives. Practical and actionable steps. 1. Give freely. Engage in acts of generosity without expecting anything in return. Whether it's your time, resources, or knowledge, give freely and trust that the universe will compensate you in ways you may not anticipate. 2. Focus on quality. In all areas of life, strive to do your best. Whether at work, in relationships, or in personal projects, focus on delivering quality rather than seeking shortcuts. The universe rewards sincere effort. 3. Recognize non-material rewards. Be open to receiving compensation in non-material forms, such as inner peace, joy, or stronger relationships. Acknowledge that not all rewards come in physical or financial forms, and appreciate the value of these intangible compensations. 4. Practice acts of service. Offer your time and energy to serve others, whether through volunteering, supporting a cause, or helping someone in need. These acts of service contribute to a cycle of positive compensation. 5. Keep a karmic compensation journal. Document acts of kindness or effort you've made, and note the ways the universe has compensated you. This helps you recognize the balance of energy in your life and reinforces your belief in the law of compensation. Chapter 14. The Law of Attraction. The Law of Attraction teaches that like attracts like. The energy you put out into the universe, through your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs, attracts similar energy back to you. If you focus on positive outcomes and maintain a mindset of abundance, you will attract those experiences into your life. Conversely, if you dwell on negativity and scarcity, you will draw more of that energy to you. This law emphasizes the power of mindset and the importance of aligning your thoughts with what you truly desire. It reminds us that we are co-creators of our reality, and by focusing on the positive, we invite more of it into our lives. The law of attraction is one of the most well-known karmic laws, teaching that like attracts like. The energy we emit through our thoughts, emotions, and beliefs attracts similar energy into our lives. If we focus on positive outcomes and maintain a mindset of abundance, we will attract more of that energy into our reality. Conversely, if we dwell on negativity, fear, or scarcity, we will draw more of those experiences to us. The law of attraction reminds us of the power of our thoughts and beliefs. What we focus on expands, so it's important to be mindful of where we direct our attention. This law teaches us that we are co-creators of our reality and that we have the ability to shape our experiences through our mindset and attitude. This law also emphasizes the importance of aligning our thoughts with our true desires. If we want to attract positive experiences, we must first cultivate a positive mindset. By focusing on what we want rather than what we fear, we create the conditions for those desires to manifest in our lives. Key insight: the law of attraction teaches that we are co-creators of our reality and that the energy we emit attracts similar energy into our lives. By focusing on positive outcomes and maintaining a mindset of abundance, we can attract the experiences we desire. Practical and actionable steps. 1. Practice visualization. Spend a few minutes each day visualizing your goals and dreams as if they have already come true. Feel the emotions associated with achieving them and allow yourself to immerse in that positive energy. 2. Use positive affirmations. Create affirmations that reflect what you want to attract into your life. For example, I am worthy of abundance, or I attract love and positivity into my life. Repeat these affirmations daily to reinforce your desired outcomes. 3. Surround yourself with positivity. Cultivate an environment that supports positive thinking. Surround yourself with uplifting people, positive messages, and inspiring content that aligns with the energy you want to attract. 4. Focus on gratitude. Keep a gratitude journal where you write down things you are grateful for every day. Focusing on gratitude shifts your energy toward abundance and attracts more of it into your life. 5. Avoid negative influences. Limit exposure to negative influences, whether it's news, social media, or toxic relationships. Protect your energy by choosing positive and supportive environments that help you stay aligned with what you want to attract. Chapter 15. The Law of Positivity. The law of positivity teaches that focusing on positive energy attracts more positivity into your life. This law goes beyond the power of attraction and emphasizes the importance of cultivating a mindset of optimism, gratitude, and joy. By consistently choosing to see the good in situations and people, you invite more positive experiences into your reality. This law encourages us to shift our focus away from what's lacking or negative and to consciously seek out the blessings in our lives. It's about training the mind to dwell on possibilities and solutions, rather than problems and limitations. By doing so, we create a powerful positive energy that radiates outward and influences every aspect of our lives. The law of positivity teaches that focusing on positive energy brings more positivity into our lives. This law encourages us to cultivate an optimistic mindset filled with gratitude, joy, and hope as a way to invite more positive experiences into our reality. When we choose to see the good in situations and in people, we naturally attract more of that energy. Positivity isn't about ignoring challenges or pretending that everything is perfect. Instead, it's about choosing to focus on possibilities and solutions rather than problems and limitations. The law of positivity challenges us to consciously shift our perspective when negativity arises, allowing us to find the silver lining in difficult situations. This law also teaches that positivity is contagious. When we radiate positive energy, we not only uplift ourselves but also inspire those around us. By maintaining a positive attitude, we contribute to a cycle of positive energy that can create lasting change in our lives and the lives of others. Key insight. The law of positivity teaches that by focusing on positive energy, we invite more positivity into our lives. By cultivating a mindset of optimism and gratitude, we can create a reality filled with joy and abundance, while also uplifting those around us. Practical and actionable steps. 1. Daily gratitude practice. Start or end your day by listing 3 things you are grateful for. This simple practice trains your mind to focus on the positive and fosters an attitude of appreciation. 2. Reframe negative thoughts. Whenever a negative thought arises, consciously reframe it into something positive. For example, instead of thinking, "This is too difficult," shift to, "This is an opportunity to grow and learn." 3. Surround yourself with positive influences. Choose to spend time with people who uplift and inspire you. Limit your interactions with negative or toxic individuals and seek out content, books, podcasts, media that promotes positivity. 4. Celebrate small wins. Recognize and celebrate even the smallest achievements in your life. This helps build momentum and reinforces a positive mindset that attracts more success. 5. Practice random acts of positivity. Engage in random acts of positivity, such as leaving a kind note for someone, sharing a compliment, or performing a good deed. These small actions create a ripple effect of positive energy. Chapter 16. The Law of Non-Attachment. The law of non-attachment teaches that freedom and inner peace come from letting go of attachment to outcomes. When we cling too tightly to specific results or try to control every aspect of our lives, we create stress, anxiety, and resistance. This law reminds us that true power lies in surrendering to the flow of life and trusting that things will unfold as they should. Non-attachment doesn't mean apathy or indifference. It means doing your best and then releasing the need for a specific outcome. By practicing non-attachment, we open ourselves up to greater possibilities and allow the universe to work in ways we may not have anticipated. The law of non-attachment teaches that freedom and inner peace come from releasing attachment to specific outcomes. When we cling too tightly to our desires or try to control every aspect of our lives, we create resistance and anxiety. This law encourages us to let go of the need to control everything and to trust in the natural flow of life. Non-attachment doesn't mean giving up on your goals or desires. Instead, it's about doing your best and then releasing the need for a specific outcome. It's about trusting that the universe has a greater plan and that everything will unfold as it should. By practicing non-attachment, we free ourselves from the stress of trying to control every detail, and we open ourselves up to greater possibilities. This law also teaches that holding on too tightly to anything, whether it's a relationship, a job, or a belief, can lead to suffering. By letting go of attachments, we allow ourselves to experience life with greater ease and flow. Non-attachment is about being open to change and trusting that everything will work out for our highest good. Key insight: the law of non-attachment teaches that by releasing attachment to specific outcomes, we can experience greater freedom and inner peace. By trusting in the flow of life, we open ourselves up to new possibilities and reduce stress and resistance. Practical and actionable steps. 1. Set intentions, not expectations. Focus on setting intentions for your actions rather than attaching to specific outcomes. For example, set the intention to do your best in a project, but release the need for a particular result. 2. Practice letting go. Identify an area of your life where you are overly attached to an outcome. Consciously release your grip on it by affirming, "I trust the universe to bring me what is best for me." 3. Engage in mindful meditation. Practice meditation techniques that focus on letting go of thoughts and attachments. Regular meditation helps you cultivate a mindset of surrender and trust in the flow of life. 4. Embrace flexibility. Adopt a flexible approach to your plans and goals. Be open to change and adapt as needed, knowing that the universe may have better plans for you than you initially imagined. 5. Live in the present moment. Focus on the present, rather than obsessing over future outcomes. Engage fully in what you are doing right now, trusting that the future will take care of itself. Chapter 17. The Law of Higher Consciousness. The law of higher consciousness encourages us to rise above the material world and connect with a higher level of awareness. This law is about tapping into spiritual wisdom, intuition, and universal truths that guide us toward living a more meaningful and purpose-driven life. It teaches that there is more to life than just the physical, and by elevating our consciousness, we can align ourselves with our higher purpose. Higher consciousness involves seeing beyond the surface of situations and recognizing the deeper spiritual lessons at play. It encourages us to live with greater awareness, compassion, and love, and to use this elevated perspective to guide our decisions and actions. The law of higher consciousness teaches that there is more to life than just the material world, and that by connecting with a higher level of awareness, we can live a more meaningful and purpose-driven life. This law encourages us to rise above the ego-driven concerns of daily life and to tap into the deeper spiritual wisdom that guides us toward our higher purpose. Higher consciousness involves seeing beyond the surface of situations and recognizing the spiritual lessons at play. It's about cultivating a sense of inner peace, compassion, and love that transcends the challenges of the material world. By elevating our consciousness, we can align ourselves with the universal flow of energy and live in harmony with our true selves. Practical and actionable steps. 1. Engage in spiritual practices. Incorporate spiritual practices like meditation, prayer, or yoga into your daily routine. These activities help you connect with your higher self and cultivate a deeper sense of purpose. 2. Develop intuition. Practice listening to your inner voice or intuition. When faced with decisions, take a moment to quiet your mind and tune into your gut feelings. Trust this higher guidance to lead you. 3. Expand your consciousness. Read spiritual books, attend workshops, or explore teachings that expand your awareness of higher consciousness. Surround yourself with ideas and people who inspire spiritual growth. 4. Live with purpose. Reflect on your life's purpose and align your actions with that purpose. Ask yourself how you can contribute to the world in a way that reflects your higher values and consciousness. 5. Practice compassion and empathy. Cultivate a deeper sense of compassion and empathy by recognizing the shared humanity and spiritual journey of others. Approach interactions with an open heart and a higher level of awareness. Summary and final thoughts. The 17 Laws of Karma are more than just abstract spiritual principles. They are practical tools for personal growth and transformation. By understanding and applying these laws in your daily life, you can create a reality that is more aligned with your highest self, full of purpose, balance, and fulfillment. Each law serves as a guidepost, helping you navigate life's challenges with grace and wisdom. Whether it's cultivating patience, focusing on positivity, or practicing non-attachment, these laws offer a framework for living a life of integrity and harmony with the universe. The journey of mastering karma is ongoing. It requires conscious effort, reflection, and a commitment to continuous growth. However, the rewards are profound: a deeper connection with yourself, others, and the world around you. By living in accordance with these laws, you not only transform your own life, but also contribute to the positive evolution of the collective consciousness. Remember, karma is not about punishment or reward. It's about balance, growth, and alignment with the universal flow. As you move forward, continue to practice these laws with an open heart and mind, trusting that the energy you put out into the world will come back to you in ways that support your highest good. Actionable step for moving forward. Daily reflection practice. Set aside time each day to reflect on how you've applied the 17 laws of karma in your life. Journaling your thoughts, actions, and lessons will help reinforce these principles and keep you on the path to personal enlightenment.